Hi everyone, my name is Sophie Hodges and I'm going to help you break down macronutrients. Macronutrients are your proteins, carbs, and fats. Once you have those three categories divided, then you're going to look into your total calories for the day. When you're also doing your macronutrients, please take into account how much your body burns a day just to live, and also how much your body burns when you're working out or if you're somewhat little active. For me, I'm going to use an example in all of these categories. I am 5 foot, 150 pounds, and I'm 27 years old. I burn anywhere from 600 to 800 calories a day, and that's with me working out 6 days a week for 90 minutes or more. What it takes for my body to live is at least 1,800 calories a day as well. So 2,900 calories to live and work out every day for the next week. Also, I have to take into account how many calories I'm intaking. So if I'm spending 2,900 calories a day and I'm eating 2,900 calories a day, I'm not losing any weight. But if I'm eating 2,300 calories a day and I'm spending 29, I'm going to see a little bit of progress. For my body, comfortably, I have to eat at least 2,500 calories a day with the type of workouts that I do. I know it's a shocker. A lot of us have a misconception that it takes at least 1,500 calories or less to lose weight, which in a sense that is correct, but it's not right for everybody's body type. I know for me, I did that for a while when I was bodybuilding, and it sucked for everything, on my joints, on my moods, on my relationships, and especially my relationship to food. So here's the breakdown. When you're calculating your macros, protein will always be 1 gram of protein, which equals 4 calories. Carbs will be the same. 1 gram of carb equals 4 calories, and 1 gram of fats equals 9 calories. This is where you're going to get a sense of how many calories you're eating a day. Okay, so for me, I eat 2,300 calories a day on average. So there's also these diets where there's percentages that they're going to ask you to calculate. So for me, there's a percentage called the zone percentage, and that is 30% protein, 40% carbs, and 30% fats. So I'm going to take 30% and times it by 2,300, and that's going to give me 690 calories. I take that 690 calories and divide it by 4, which is the 4 calories for protein, and it's going to equal 172 grams of protein I eat a day. Now, when you're doing carbs, do not forget to subtract that 690 calories from the total calories. So you're going to take 690 and subtract it from 2,300, and that's going to leave you with 1,610 calories. You're going to take 40%, times it by the 1,610 calories, and that's going to give you a portion of 644 calories. You're going to take that 644 and divide it by 4 calories. That's going to leave you with 161 grams of carbs a day that you eat. Now, take that 644 calories and that 690 calories and subtract it from the 2,300. You're going to be left over with 966 calories. You're going to divide that by the 9 calories because 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. You're going to divide that by 9, and that's going to be 170 grams a day. Now, I've played with these numbers for a long time, and I've fine-tuned my numbers to the point where I feel comfortable at these numbers. 23 to 25 is a range because 23 is typically my rest day calories, and 25 is my days that I work out. Now, mind you, I am a muscle builder, so I love to build muscle. That is my goal. And also to fuel my body. And I do know that when I have more carbs in my diet, my workouts are 100% more effective. I do CrossFit movements, so typically when I research these diets, carbs and protein are going to be your two best friends when you're trying to do high intensity movements for such long periods of time. And also if you're doing short periods of workouts at a higher intensity, that will also help fuel your workouts as well. So always take into account that if you are trying to calculate your protein, you are going to do 1 gram times your body weight. So I am 150 pounds. So 1 times 150 is 150 grams of protein. you're going to take 1 times same thing, 150 for carbs, and that's 150 grams of carbs. And then for fats, you always want them to be just a slight bit less, just so that way you're not using them as an energy source, because you also have to take into account that fats and carbs can be an energy source for your body. It just depends the type of diet you want to do. So some people like to do the keto diet. That's where their fats are going to be higher and their carbs are going to be a lot lower. And also, if you're going to do muscle building, that's where you want your carbs to be a little bit higher. Keto does work for everybody, but not for a very long time. At some point, you're going to have to introduce carbs back into your diet to build more muscle. Also take into account, if you are diminishing your carbs in your diet, you're taking away your water intake. Not meaning how much you drink, but how much your body holds. So 1 gram of carb equals 4 grams of water. Now, say I eat 150 grams of carbs, that's 150 times 4, and that's how much water I have. Now, if you take that number and bring it down to 30 grams of carbs and times that by 4, that's only 120 grams of water. So when you see people on these keto diets and they lose a bunch of weight really fast, it's mainly water source. Which is not a bad thing as well, but also you have to be careful to make sure that it's not protein or any muscle that you're losing as well in the body. I always say track your food for 3 days on MyFitnessPal. See how many calories you eat every day. Don't try to think healthy, just eat, what your normal day is. And then take that average number of calories and mess with those percentages. If you're not a big protein eater, then don't try to shoot for, 50 grams of protein over than what you're used to eating. It's really hard. Also for carbs, if you're a big carb eater and you all of a sudden diminish it, it's gonna take a big hurt on you as well. So try to keep these all into account when you're trying to calculate your macros every single day. And if you need help, always find a fitness professional, a dietitian, a registered nutritionist. Any of those 3 will help you the best. But also, I am also not a registered nutrition, but I do have my certification in nutrition through my personal training. So if you ever need help, I'm here for you. Have a great day.